Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA, from the Black Boule, in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. One of my viewers wanted me to talk about this racist white rapper named Forgiato and his song about lynching. Now, there's this white rapper called Forgiato who's got this song talking about lynching, filled with all sorts of Confederate symbols, and what he really wants to do is go out here and make his name not just on race, but to try to incite black people into starting to talk about him. Now, as someone who has been studying the entertainment industry for over 25 years, I know all the strategies that many of these entertainment companies do to try to push a star. And what they're trying to do is try to make this Forgiato's name on black people by getting us all upset about race. And the way we combat an individual like this is not by going out into the street to go out and protest this individual, because that's what this individual really wants. He wants people saying his name, but the way we shut a dude like this down is we go out here and say absolutely nothing about him. Now, as someone who has studied the entertainment industry for over 25 years, I know how many of these businesses operate, and I also know how many of these racists operate as related to trying to get black people to continue talking about them. Now, when it comes down to many of these racists are extremely insecure, and because they're insecure, what they do is that they desperately need to get black people involved in a codependent relationship with them and get us getting into back and forth about their whole view of the world. And sadly, with a lot of us, what happens is we wind up taking the bait and trying to fight with these individuals, going back and forth with them in arguments, or going out here and getting real loud about individuals like this. And all that does is add fuel to their fire. And when you add fuel to the fire of a racist like this Forgiato or Charlie Kirk, what you're doing is giving this individual power over yourself. And when you give that person power, what they do is go out here and use their words to go out here and bludgeon you into believing their whole ideas about them. And the way you combat a guy like a Charlie Kirk or a Forgiato is to just not say anything, because when you don't say anything, what happens is it takes the air out of the room, and when you take the air out of the room, the fire doesn't have any fuel to be able to continue to being ignited. And when you take the fuel out of the fire and see that this guy basically take away his power over you, because what racists want to do in many cases, again, because they are insecure, is they want to bait you into getting into an argument with them. And then what they want to do is after that go use their numbers to go out here and try to gang up on an individual. And then as they gang up on that individual who's trying to challenge them, they can claim a pseudo-intellectual superiority over black people, when in actuality it's these individuals who are insecure because they can't live without the codependent relationship that they have with black people, because black people are constantly in their heads, and because black people are constantly in their heads, they can't live without the attention of black people. But we don't need to give them any sort of attention, and that's how we take power in the whole situation when it comes down to racists like this Forgiato. Now, this Forgiato is doing something very similar to what a racist tried to do that one of my viewers got caught up in. This guy was saying that the black people could not write any nonfiction books except if they were written about black people. And again, this was bait this individual was using, and I couldn't really see it But I started to figure it out later on when I got a whole bunch of these people from this guy's channel coming to my channel. And again, after I realized what it had been done as related to what I call the paradox trap, I just deleted the video and basically put the fire out as related to the fuel this guy wanted to start. Because what these racists, again, I'll repeat it once more, what they want to do is go out here and bait black people into engaging with them, bait black people into engaging with them, and after they bait us into engaging with them, then they want to again come out here and be able to shout us down, and get us fighting. And as they get us fighting with them, they get this upper hand over us. But the way we combat individuals like this is to do what the God has said about turning the other cheek, and again showing how we have better character and having better character than getting upset about this 2-bit rapper song and getting all upset to the point where we're talking about how this music needs to be banned. No, if we do that, we're just basically playing into this guy's hands, making people more curious about him, making people more interested in hearing what he has to say. And again, the way you shut down a racist is, okay, you can say whatever you want over there, but we ain't talking about you over here. No, when it comes down to all of us foundational black Americans and these racists as related to the things they want to say about us, we don't have to go out here and acknowledge any of it. No, what we do is go out here and basically deal with these individuals by not paying them any attention at all. Because when it comes to the racist, again, the racist can't go on without adding that air to the fire from us as related to things. And when we take our power, by saying, hey, we're not answering to any of the garbage that you want to hear. You want to put that garbage out here? Go ahead and put that garbage out here. But you're not going to use our platforms to go out here and get yourself some publicity at our expense. No, you're not going to use our platforms to get publicity for yourself. No, you take that garbage over to your own white racists and see how far it goes. Because it's not going to really go far. No, when it comes down to guys like this and Charlie Kirk, they're basically hacks who have no talent and no skill whatsoever, and they're hoping to generate some controversy by people who don't have much critical thinking to understand that, again, you have the power to basically not pay this guy any attention. And again, Charlie Kirk possibly would have gone nowhere had people did some critical thinking and not got caught up in their emotions and realized this guy was dumber than Elihu, because here you have a guy who is a college dropout who couldn't even handle junior college, arguing with college students and constantly talking about black people and most people because they get caught up in the paradox trap. And I'm going to explain what the paradox trap is, because I dealt with this paradox trap ever since junior high school. And in junior high school, again, what happens with the paradox trap is that people go out here and ask you a general question like they used to do with me. Oh, do you like girls? And when you say, or do you have a girlfriend? And when you say you don't have a girlfriend, what they do is go into shaming language, saying that you are alphabet or gay. And then you're sitting there trying to prove to this individual that you're not understanding. You just walked into a trap where you gave this person power over you. And what you do with individuals like this Forgiato blow is not get caught up in your emotions about his song about lynching. No, you string this dude up by basically, again, keeping him from getting publicity. And the way you string him up from keeping him from getting publicity is to pay his little trifling song no attention. And when you pay his song no attention in the black community, guess what? All the air goes out of the room, and Forgiato Blow will be just as forgotten as many of the washed up rappers out here who came and went. I mean, he'll be just like Eminem and many of the other rappers who just came and went, and he'll be somebody they can't get no press for, because what this dude, what he wants to do is, again, get that press and get that press in the cheapest way. The cheapest way by being infamous, and not only being infamous, but going out here and using the black community as his springboard. And we cannot allow that to happen. And the way we don't allow that to happen is to not pay this dude any attention. And that's when his white supremacist paymasters see they won't be able to make no money on the outside of their MAGA platform. And when they see that there's no way for them to make no money, guess what? They will toss this guy the way many of these companies toss entertainers basically every day. Because if they can't get no press, if they can't get no publicity, guess what? Nobody cares about this dude outside of those in his little circle. Then they're gonna have to take a huge loss on this dude, and that's what we really would want again as black people, because the power is with us to again deal with this individual, not get upset talking about this guy's a culture vulture, not get upset and say this guy's going out here saying racist things. No, what you do is let this guy see that he's gonna get no press, he's gonna get no advancement of his career and get no real traction. Again, you shut guys like this down in the entertainment business by giving them no heat, giving them no air. And when you give them no air, they can't add fuel to their fire. That's how you deal with a racist like this. Again, he wants to do a song about lynching. Well, us black people can string this dude up completely and make it where he can make no money. Yes, we can make it where this dude can make no money because he won't get any press. And I know I keep repeating that, but I want it to be drilled in your head that the only way these entertainers make money is if they can get press. And if they can't get any press whatsoever, if they can't get over on our backs, they wind up going back to obscurity. And the way you deal with a racist like this is by completely not only just boycotting their music, but because that takes away their money. Again, you take away their press, and if you take away their press, there's no way for them to make money. Again, take the air out of that dude, completely shut him down. And again, this is the power we have as foundational black Americans. Yeah, we know that there are a whole bunch of racists out there like this. Again, they think that they can go out here and get traction because their MAGA movement is out there, but nothing moves unless we go out here and allow it to move in our communities. I mean, if we just go out here and understand this, it's not what they call us, it's what we answer to. Again, only time I can take something out of a Tyler Perry movie and apply it to something. I mean, if it's not, these guys can call us all sorts, but if we answer to it, we give them power. And again, the way we take their power is by not acknowledging any of their nonsense and taking the bait that these racists try to come out here and give us as related to things, because they need us to be codependent on them. They need us to be the ones going out here sitting up again, getting upset, because they have us on their minds all the time. And as they have us on their mind all the time, all they're thinking about is, can I get a black person upset? Can I get a black person riled up? Again, a sad, miserable existence. And many of these racists, again, are miserable people. They just sit around all day because they're not happy with the state of their lives. Even if they're millionaires like Elon Musk, they're not happy with the state of their lives. They're not at peace with themselves, and they need to keep coming after us because they see, subconsciously, they know what they did to black people was wrong for many years. They know what they've done is wrong, but they still, again, want to come at us because they know that even with all the wrong that was done, most of us are spiritually at peace. And what they want to do is get us miserable in their company and have us playing their codependent games so they can feel some sense of superiority. And again, we can transcend all that by, again, letting these racists know we're not going to live in your world and be a part of your misery. No, you go over there, you be as miserable as you want. You go over there and be as miserable as you want with your pathetic life. I mean, it's a pathetic life that you got to sit there and make songs about of murdering black people. I mean, that's a sad, pathetic life when you really think about it. A sad, pathetic existence. And again, we are better than these people. And again, the way we take our power from a Forgiato blow is to just tell this guy to blow, basically by paying him no attention. Again, when you pay a racist no attention with their words, you take away their power. The only reason you should deal with a racist if they want to again come, like people want to come to your neighborhood or come at you physically, then you have a right to defend yourself. But when it comes down to racists like this, you want to make your racist music, okay, well, that music has no power if we go out here and refuse to listen to it or refuse to make any sort of song or video or message or response to this type of content. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can drop a donation for a minimum of $15 at the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. And if I know something about that subject, I'll make that video for you. And if you want to check out my books that feature positive images of black people, and my men's issues books which teach you how to combat individuals like this, such as manginas that they look like men but they act like ladies, a book where I go in depth on the paradox trap. You can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital and Google Play, and other digital booksellers all over the world. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available on Lulu. John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes comic book. Get your copy of the first John Haynes comic at lulu.com today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed, all-new Esteemed series adventure. Pick up your copy of Esteemed Season of the Witch Girl in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Take a trip into the macabre world of goth modeling in the new millennium in this spooktacular Spinsterella story. Pick up your copy of Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.